The Costly Price of Marriage. A story by Damilola Adeniji. She throws tantrums, destroys my home appliances and gadgets, and insults my family and me. This she does whenever she's angry. It's heartbreaking, but I love her. She's a sweet person, caring, hardworking, supportive. She apologizes after she does these things. Considering the number of years we've been together, I couldn't let go of the relationship. We were in a relationship for 3 years. She endured with me and became a part of my success story. It would be unfair of me to let go of such a fantastic lady. My family was already pressuring me to get married at 30. They would say,
"You work with a multinational firm, earning an attractive amount, have a personal car, living in a costly apartment, have a beautiful fiancé. What more are you waiting for?"
They kept questioning me. I'm equally eager to get married so people can begin to see me as a responsible man. I can't wait to start receiving the respect, accolades, and honor given to married men. I genuinely love my baby, but her attitude scares me. I change my gadgets almost every 3 to 6 months. It's draining, but I can't bring myself to tell her it's over. So I kept her attitude away from friends and family. The other qualities she portrayed are too great to ignore. I may never find another woman like her. She's also beginning to discuss getting married to her to a great extent that it bothers me. But on the other hand, I don't want to lose her either. I told her if she could promise not to get angry or damage my things for 2 months, the marriage plans would commence. She was happy and made many promises. It's been 4 months of no argument or misunderstanding. On the contrary, I'm super excited about how things have positively changed in our relationship. There was no need to keep postponing our marriage. So yes, I proposed and finally we tied the knot. Scene 2. The start of a new journey as a married couple has begun. Several months into my marriage, and I could say I was enjoying every bit of it until one sordid day when everything unfolded before my eyes. I was in a phone conversation with an old schoolmate, Moyo. I was filled with laughter from the gist we shared together. The last I had heard from her was 5 years ago. I couldn't contain my excitement, considering how funny Moyo could be. Lying beside me was my wife, listening to our phone conversations. Finally, the call ended, and before I could say a word, she attacked.
Who were you talking to for over 10 minutes? You now mess around with ladies, right?
I love my wife, and cheating on her would be the last thing on my mind, so I unlocked my phone to show her who I was speaking with. But the unexpected happened when she took the phone from me and hit it on the floor. Oh no! I thought we had gotten over this. She began to scatter the room, threw the pillows at me, disarranged our wardrobe while she was shouting at the top of her voice. Her fury was more than I had ever witnessed. Before my very eyes, she scattered her makeup table and broke the mirror. In my attempt to calm her, she hit my head with some part of the broken mirror. blood gushing out, I passed out. When I finally opened my eyes, I found myself on the hospital bed. Scene 3. With teary eyes and a remorseful look, seated close to me was my wife. She began to apologize even before I could mutter a word. The love I have for her is real. I couldn't afford to see her cry, so instead, I drew her closer and gave her a kiss. My naughty self would have moved from kissing to the other room if it wasn't the hospital. See my life outside. 2 days later, I was discharged from the hospital. My beautiful wife surprised me with my favorite meal, and things returned to normal in our home. I had gotten over the incident and was excited at the news of our pregnancy. Hooray! It's our 2nd anniversary. She was dressed in a lovely blue gown, revealing her calves. I glanced at her several times, feeling super proud of my luck. I had a surprise treat planned for her at one of the best restaurants at the heart of Lagos. I drove in, and while I stepped out of the vehicle to open the door for my queen, I bumped into my ex, Moyo. She was glad to see me and hugged me out of excitement. I looked into the vehicle to get my wife's attention so I could do an introduction just within the twinkle of an eye. But unfortunately, my wife was nowhere to be found.
It's not even up to 2 minutes since I left the car. So, where could she be?
Moyo gave me a perplexed look. I was blank. Dial a number, Moyo said. I called her and she picked up, telling me she was already in a vehicle to the house.
House? Why? What happened?
She gave no response. I exchanged the number with my ex and headed towards the house. On getting home, I met her in the living room crying. Babe, what happened? Please talk to me. Still, she didn't say a word. I made to leave to avoid getting her angry. Still, she didn't say a word. I hadn't moved more than 4 steps before I fell to the ground. In her state of anger, she threw one of the chairs in the dining at me, and the light went off from my eyes. I found myself in the hospital yet again, this time worse than before. I barely escaped death. Doctors tried all they could to ensure I survived, but sadly, I had to resort to a wheelchair to move around. I can't go to the office or leave how I desire. She finally destroyed me with her anger. Presently, she's undergoing therapy, a solution I should have sought for her before getting married. The signs I ignored have now boomeranged to work against me. Truly, an angry, violent, and obsessive partner does not change in a day or with mere words. It takes the help of a therapist and spiritual deliverance to be totally free.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this story, please give us a like and share. You can also follow us for more intriguing short stories just like this one.